Hey there, soccer fans. João here. Before we get started, real quick, if you enjoy this podcast, leave us a review, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you kids get your podcasts these days. That would be awesome. It's fast, it matters, it helps the show grow. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the show. We're back.
We are back.
Episode 14. We're
Yes,
moving along.
We're
Look
in
at
high
us.
school. The pod's in high school.
Oh, we care. We care. Okay. Episode 14, Soccerholics with João and Rob. Or Rob and João. Whatever we are. Joab.
With us.
Row.
Row.
You know, we can just keep it at one. I don't know. Oh, man. I had a weekend, Rob. And guess what? Rob won. João won.
Yeah.
I equalized this week
Yes, you
on our
did.
competition of who can hit the most soccer games live in 2026.
Oh, yeah. You got it. The equalizer, yeah, you're there. You tied it up.
I'm tied up, baby. I'm tied up. Just the beginning, Rob. It's just the beginning.
This is the beginning.
Yeah. I went to the Coliseum. I went to the opening home opener, LAFC versus Inter Miami.
You went to the historic Coliseum.
Historic Coliseum. It was pretty awesome, actually. I gotta tell you, I wasn't like. So I mentioned this in other pods. I was there last in 2006. My recollection of it wasn't too amazing. I also talked to my wife about it because I'm like, they definitely upkeep it. They've made some renovations since then.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
But what I recall is that there weren't seats. That there was like cement slabs.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
or something like that.
Wow.
And my wife's like, no, there were seats.
You might have been thinking about something from further back than
in
that.
another
Maybe. Who
lifetime,
knows?
back when I was in Rome.
I
I don't know. I remember at least being like stadium seatings and like not having a back. But she's like, no, there were chairs. There were chairs. They weren't comfortable chairs, but there were chairs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I wasn't like so thrilled. But the venue had to be there. I mean, that was like a very highly anticipated game. I think the attendance was like 75,000, 400 or whatever. So if anybody says soccer isn't popular in the United States, you
it
tell them
definitely
to
is.
shut the hell up.
It definitely
And you
is.
showed them those numbers. That stadium was packed. I felt like
That
I was
is
in a
great.
European
That is
game. I feel like I haven't been to one yet, and you've been to many.
No,
But
you have.
I felt like it was like a
You
serious
have,
one.
You have been to one. What do you mean?
Oh wait,
Champions
Italy's in
League.
Europe? Is it?
Italy is in Europe. You have been. You've been to
All
the
right, fine.
Champions League. Come
That's
on
right.
now.
Okay, so I felt like I was there. I felt like it was, an actual. Because the Coliseum is massive.
It is huge. Yeah.
And I got the cheap seats, which weren't cheap, but they were in the cheap seats.
It looked like a good view to me, though, from where you were sitting.
Dude, I was so happy up there. Okay, so I went with a buddy. His name is Vodka Louie.
Vodka Louie.
Had a podcast with him in the past life called Soccer Stupid, and also, and this was my prerequisite for him. I said, "There's two things: you can't wear pink, and you can't be 5 vodkas in when we go to this, man, because I haven't seen you in a while. And I just want to hear what's going on in your life." He's like, "You can't have both, man. You can't have both."
Well,
I didn't.
He wasn't wearing pink in the photo, so
He was not wearing. Actually, I'm actually very impressed with it. If he's listening, I was impressed because he did not come in blasted, and I at least anticipated a Messi jersey, but he didn't even do that. So
wow. Okay.
But which is funny though is that I didn't think I hit him up a long time ago about going to the game. Didn't get a lot of a response, so I just got tickets and I let him know I was going to this game. Then he's like, "Oh," and he went to go get tickets. So we're sitting in different places. But what is hilarious is he ended up in the supporting section.
For LA?
For LA, so he was
okay,
like,
so that's cool.
Yeah, and he's like, "Come down here as also." I'm like, no. I am like, I'm so happy up here. It's like chill, quiet.
Yeah.
fans are bizarre though. I had one dude next to me who was just Messi watching, so he was on his phone, zoomed in,
Really,
and
Well, no,
just watching.
I
Oh
can
yeah,
totally understand that. Yeah,
Yeah,
because some
yeah.
people never get to see that. Yeah, okay.
yeah. No, he was just like I kept looking over to his phone, and he was just zoomed in on Messi and just like tracking him on the field.
Oh man. But I'm sure the MLS is loving that because you're bringing people that would never normally go to a game to just watch on TV. So that's, yeah. You just got to witness it in person.
Exactly. And then the folks next to me was like this Asian couple who were there for a son. But it was funny because they didn't seem to be, they were like neutrals, but they were a Son and a Messi thing. So like, anytime Messi had the ball, they were like, oh,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
anytime Son had the ball, they're like, go Son. So it was like, I wasn't really, and there were some like kind of hardcore fans on both sides actually behind me. But it was very Messi centric and LAFC centric, and anytime Messi got the ball, like I would say maybe half the stadium was like boo, but I'm like, yeah,
Really?
right.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, right.
Well, the LA fans, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes
yeah,
sense.
but all of them are like they cried during the World Cup when he won, and now
I'm sure.
now they're booing him.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Son and Messi in the same game. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice.
I've seen Messi when they did they played at the BMO as the kids call it, the BMO Bank or field, but I had not seen Son yet, so it was kind of cool to see him. But all in all, we don't have to go all through it, but it ended up 3-0, 2 beautiful Boanga goals. Did the flip and everything, and a Boanga assist. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
He plays for Gabon, right? Doesn't he play with Aubameyang and Gabon?
Except that Gabon doesn't exist anymore. Right? Like,
not anymore. Yeah,
they like dismantle it, and the government
did.
was like, I hate these guys.
Yeah.
But yes, he's from Gabon. Great game. A great start to the MLS season. And
good.
I said I'm gonna try this year. I'm gonna go all in on MLS.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there with you.
Do it.
So every year I say the same thing because I'm an NYCFC supporter. The problem is the time. That's the thing because the games are so late here that I typically don't get to watch them, or I'm watching them on a replay. And so we'll see.
If our games are at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
That's like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock your time later.
7 p.m. So
it might be even later.
5. That's like 4 o'clock in the morning my time.
Oh man, I'm not good at this.
Yeah, that's 4 in the morning.
Yes, you're not watching MLS. You got to watch the highlights.
I watch the replay or the highlights. Yeah, so it is difficult to catch that. It's like it's I'm not going to wake up early to watch NYCFC because that's super early. That's well before the sun comes up. And it's not like if I was in the States getting up to watch Stuttgart because that's at breakfast time. So that's why it's hard being over here watching MLS. It does hurt a little bit not being able to watch that. So especially like on the weekends, I can probably catch it a little bit more. But we'll see.
Not at 4 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. for 2 reasons: to drop somebody off at the airport if I'm going to the airport, to fly out somewhere, and that one day in the season where Liverpool play. At 4:30 a.m. my time, and it's on Peacock, so I can't record it. Those are the only times I wake up at 4:30. Or if my dog has to pee, but I at least go right back to sleep after that.
You can crawl right back into bed after that. Yeah.
Oh man,
so that's good. Great game. Great way to start the season.
Yeah.
Messi was going after the referees.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a suspension. I doubt it because it's Messi.
Yeah.
But if that had been anybody else, if that had been me and you, and we were playing for, Minnesota United, we would. Yeah. We'd have at least a 5-game suspension for that.
He brings too much money in for MLS. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know what his story. I watched the game. I didn't feel like it was lopsided and on LAFC's side. I didn't see any weird calls. There wasn't any. Any strange fouls or any of that stuff. So I don't know if Messi didn't get the MLS Messi experience where if somebody just like taps him
or looks at him wrong.
Yeah, looks at him wrong. Usually there's a whistle and he gets a free kick. He did get a free kick moment, and I did have my camera up to see if I can catch a Messi. I did secretly. I'm an LAFC fan. And we were up, I think we were up like 2 maybe, but at this time. But I did secretly wish that Messi scored. I was hoping he would. I have not seen a Messi goal, and I was curious how the stadium would react to it.
Go.
Like the St. Brewers are like, oh!
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
You know what I mean? And it was anytime we got the ball, like you could feel everybody just kind of lean forward. You know what I mean? Like it was interesting. But yeah, great game, great atmosphere. If you were there, lucky you. It was fantastic, and I would go to a Coliseum game any day. It was phenomenal. I really had a good time.
And why did they decide to play a game there? Is there something going on at the stadium or
no?
At the bank?
It's a number. It's a numbers thing. So like like BMO is a lot smaller. I think it's like 2 tiers. Oh,
okay.
So it's like a standard MLS stadium. I mean, it's big. It's beautiful. But it's nowhere the size of the Coliseum. So this was more of a that LA was going to come in for it's basically Messi. It's Messi coming through, and LAFC's got a fan base and they fill up that stadium. With LAFC and it being the home opener too. I mean, I think it was the best. It obviously was the best thing. It was 75,000 fans.
Home and season opener, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't a lot. Like sometimes you look around, and you're like, "Are you sure that number's right?" But like if you look at the pics, like every seat was pretty much taken. It was like jammed. Like getting out of the stadium was like one of these. You know what I mean? Like it took like you're doing like one little step at a time because you were surrounded by 10,000 people. Yeah, it's fantastic. I can't wait. I can't wait for the season. Hopefully, it doesn't fizzle out for me, but I am going to go.
Well, it's going to be a weird season because of the World Cup. There's going to be that pause that happens. I guess they just did that with the NHL for the Olympics too, but they're going to pause it for 6 or 7 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a good thing. That might be a good thing.
I was going to say, I was going to say that is a good thing because then you wouldn't have your superstars on there. So yeah. Absolutely. But let's not talk about MLS forever. No. I can. That was great. I can go. I think the whole pod talking about this experience, which was a lot of fun. I mean, one of the tingles of last week was the Benfica Real Madrid game. Wow, that's
chaos.
The first. I mean, that was the most bizarre game that I've seen in a while.
It was.
Let me go to my stats. Yeah.
So it's funny because this has been a thing with Vinny Jr. I don't know if it's just him. I hate to say that it's just him. I think it's a combination of haters and his skill and knowing what they can do to get into his head. Even though, we'll just throw it out there. But for those of you that don't know, there was a little racist incident that happened during this match. I mean, most people don't even know the score of this game. Most people just know what happened, what transpired on the field,
which is a shame because the goal by Vinícius Jr. was phenomenal. My first thought was the Brazil national team. I hope he's kicking balls like that.
Absolutely.
this summer.
Absolutely, and he should be. I think he will be, personally. But I didn't realize while watching this game that, what's the guy's name? Prestriani or whatever? First off, that name sounds...
Yeah, Prestriani,
sounds Italian, but he's Argentinian. I didn't know that at the time. And, I was doing some research, falling down some rabbit holes this week about, race relations, between how the Argentinians treated their minorities historically versus Brazilians. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so FIFA just came out, or not FIFA, UEFA came out today and decided that they were going to suspend Prestriani. I'm probably saying that name wrong, but for at least one game, so he's not playing in the reverse fixture, which I don't know if it's tonight.
Oh, I was gonna ask that if it was. I couldn't find anything on that of whether or not he was actually going to be playing in the leg 2.
Yeah, so they suspended him. So it's actually it's tomorrow night. At the Bernabeu, but he will not be there. So, crazy. I mean, for those of you that didn't see it or hear about it, which would be crazy because this is like big soccer news, Vinny scores this goal. He goes and, I think being a Brazilian, I think that you're always hearing music. So he scores the goal, goes over to the corner flag, starts dancing with the corner flag and, just feeling it, right? Obviously, the Benfica fans did not appreciate that. They're throwing water bottles. The referee's telling them, hey, come on, let's go. Let's get the game, restarted. Players are high-fiving. Some of the Real Madrid or Benfica players are not happy about Vinny's celebration.
Yeah.
But I always say, if you don't like the celebration, stop him from getting there. Stop him from scoring on you. Then, there's players are lining up around the center circle, and then Prestigiani pulls his shirt up over his face, says something, and Vinny immediately sprints over to the referee.
It was immediate.
It was immediate. So, and Mbappe, I guess, says that he heard him say it at least 5 times. Now, I don't know if I believe that or not, because, people would be analyzing the video. I only saw him pull his shirt up once, but Vinny immediately, he obviously heard it or heard him say something. Now, Prestigiani said that he said something, a Spanish term for something else. I think it was, I don't remember what it was exactly. And he's alleging that Vinny misheard him. But regardless, if that's what he thought he heard, chances are pretty good that you may have said it before, and now he was just reacting to it because you probably said it loud enough by putting your shirt over your face.
Yeah,
so,
no, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's just no room for it. And I think like Jose Mourinho, if in his press conference, mentioned what he had told Vinny, saying
they were like hugging it out.
Yeah, and he was telling him like, just don't do that. Don't dance after, and this won't happen to you. You know what I mean? Like saying that, like, I mean, that's, that like for like he had a chance, and this is like, some of the other podcasts that I listen to, and I'm like, yeah. but he had a chance. He had a chance to be, a leader here, but he absolutely failed in that respect. Like, to give an excuse for racism, that like if you if you are silly or if you dance after a goal, then you deserve to, that's basically what he's saying,
that is
okay. So that wasn't a good response. And then and I think like UEFA didn't handle it well either. Who did handle it well was the ref. Like immediately he did the racist protocol thing, right? And they stopped the game. Immediately he didn't like talk to him about it and think about it. Go to VAR.
Yeah, go to VAR. That would have been crazy. Yeah, that would have been wild.
No, he went right away. And he did the right thing. But it sucks because it takes away from the game. Right. I mean, again, it was a beautiful goal. Real got it. I actually thought the dance was funny. I was like, he did it too quick. I was gonna videotape it and send it to you, and and then immediately that whole situation happened. I think it's very funny. I find a lot of gifs of Vinny dancing after goals. I think goals are hard. That's what we watch the game. Goals are hard to do. It's a dance, baby, dance.
And Vinny got a yellow too for the dance. I think because there was too much hip thrust.
He did a little hip. He got a little Brazilian. He got a little too Brazilian, maybe.
What can you expect? The man is Brazilian. I think that
it was
I don't think he wanted to do that. I think his body just did that. It's like throwing a ball of yarn to a cat. They're going to do their thing. That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
At least that's how I saw it. But again, if you're going to get frustrated by your opponent dancing after they score, and what is probably one of the top 10 goals of the season, stop him from doing that. And that's the thing. They can't. And they don't like how cocky he is. I mean, if Ronaldo had done that, no one would have had an issue. If Messi would have done that, no one would have
look at Ronaldo's whole, like,
exactly. Yeah,
I mean, that's running how ostentatious is that? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that it's partly because a lot of people just don't like Vinny for whatever reason. And maybe he's an ass. Maybe, we don't know him personally. Maybe he's an ass. But
he's probably an ass.
It's possible, but he's a great athlete. That's what he's there to do. So stop him if you don't want him dancing.
Yeah, it's also like, it's a poor loser thing too. Like, when somebody does something amazing and they're winning, and then they kind of flaunt it. Because it is flaunting, like that's also the whole point of like the celebration, the dancing, and it's part of flaunting. Like, haha, we're winning, we're up on you, and that sort of thing. But that's part of the game. Like there's no need to be racist and that sort of thing. I don't know. I think it's good. I didn't know that he won't be playing in the next game. I was wondering how that was gonna end up happening. I think it's weird that he's also being looked at as a victim here, which is kind of strange to me. I think it should just be it's one-sided. I think it's weird that you have Mbappe has to say like I also heard it, but it's still a he said thing. That's weird too. I mean, I don't know. It's all very strange stuff, and it just takes away from the game, and it just sucks. It sucks to see it. Yeah,
and I think too this might have like further implications because I'm convinced that Jose Mourinho believed that at some point Real Madrid, when the season ends or after the World Cup, was going to approach him for the job. I think that's out the window now.
Yeah.
Because Vinny is not, and Vinny's part of the reason why his name is escaping me. Why Xavi's not there anymore. So I don't think Jose Mourinho's going back to Real Madrid. I think that's dead and gone now after him saying that Vinny shouldn't have celebrated like that. That's what he does. He's a Brazilian. That samba's always playing. You can probably hear it right now. I'm just assuming that in your head, every time you take a sip.
I can hardly hear what you're saying. It's just samba music.
That's what I'm saying. See? Point proven.
Yeah. And then I don't know. It's just it's an excuse again. There's no room for it. And then he also made some sort of comment about how Benfica is not a racist club. That he basically did the like, oh, I'm not racist. I have a black friend. What I mean? Like he had
Eusebio.
Yeah, like we once had a great black player. Like what does it have to do with this guy and what he's saying underneath his shirt? I think again, if you're hiding what you're saying under your shirt, you don't want people to know what you're saying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So I
don't know.
The reverse fixture, which will be tomorrow, which I will definitely be watching. So Cristiano won't be there, and Mourinho won't be there. He can't be on the touchline because he got that red card.
That's right. He got a red card.
So that may change. Yes, they're playing in Madrid, but that might change the entire complexion of the game. Who knows? I don't know. I see Real Madrid advancing. I still think it's kind of weird that they're even playing in this round. But I think Benfica, I think they're probably, who knows, maybe they'll play harder because their guy is out and their manager. But I still see Real Madrid advancing.
Yeah, so. It could happen. I mean, like part of it too is tribalism. You don't if you have a friend, he's your best friend, and you love the dude, and you're gonna trust him. You're gonna believe everything he's saying. You didn't hear it. No way, my friend would. No way, my friend would say this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm sure everybody on the Benfica side is on whatever his name is, Pastriani's side. You know what I mean? So, with the tribalism, with the how that first game went, with the it's going to be a heated match
no
for
matter what,
sure.
Yeah.
So that we it's on the tingles. It's on the tingles list. It's on the tingles list.
And we don't have to wait long. It's tomorrow. It is tomorrow. So.
What an absolutely crazy game. But that ended 1-0 with Vinny's beautiful goal. If you haven't seen that, go find the highlights. I don't even know how he did it. I don't like that. Just the way he kicked that ball, and my brain broke. It broke. It's broken right now.
But it's playing samba.
Playing samba. It's playing samba. Yeah. I mean, so it's 1-0 Real Madrid. Galatasaray 5. Juventus 2.
This is a crazy result. I mean, that's insane. Turkish teams typically don't really do too well in European competitions.
I was going to say, would they typically be this good?
No. No. Now, this game was in Turkey. Yeah. Turkey's always hard to play. But for Juventus, I don't know where they're sitting in the Italian table, but, they're one of the top teams in Europe. And to go and just get destroyed by Galatasaray.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm pretty sure Juventus is out of this. I mean, yes, they could probably get a 3-0 for extra time.
I was going to say, it's only 3 goals. It's only 3 goals, and they scored 2.
I don't know. We'll see. I think that's going to be rough for them to come back from. Yeah. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. But.
Yeah, I'd be curious how that goes. Oh man, I need like 2 screens. I need to watch the second leg of that one as well at the same time. Borussia Dortmund 2, Atalanta 0.
Yep.
Monaco 2, PSG 3. I'm curious how this whole thing goes about. I'm curious how this all ends.
Again, I'm surprised PSG is playing in this round as well, but it is what it is. And that's an all French game right there too. So they'll be playing the next one in Paris. I see Paris winning that next one pretty easily. So, but we'll see. Yeah,
we'll see. I still think Arsenal's going to win the Champions League, but we'll see. We'll see. Come on, Arteta's got to get some silverware. But let's not get into there yet. When we pop over to Europa, how's I think you had a good game. Man. You might want to talk about in this pod. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to talk about it.
So first off, Celtic, classic team, European competitions. I was actually surprised when we got them in the draw. Super nervous going into this game, but that didn't last for very long. Now the one goal that they got, I don't remember if this is one. Now I'm confusing games between the last one that Stuttgart played in the league and this one. But that actually, yes, now that I think about it, that goal was kind of a gimme. It was a mistake by one of our defenders, trying to clear the ball and accidentally passed it right to an offensive player for Celtic. They were able to pass the ball into the net. Did a little move on the goalkeeper, made him fall, whatever, scored. But then after that, it was all Stuttgart. So Jamie Leveling had 2 in this game. Again, I'm pretty sure he's going to get selected for the German national team. Thiago Tomasz, this is a huge story for us because he actually left Stuttgart. I believe he went to Wolfsburg, it was Wolfsburg he went to. Now he's back with us. Had some injury issues, but now he's back. Scored the last goal to give us a 3-goal advantage, which was great. Celtic, they're struggling. I want to say they're in 3rd place in their league, which is crazy because usually they're in 1st or 2nd. Hearts of Motherwell is on top of the Scottish League, which nobody's ever heard of them. My neighbor across the street actually has a Hearts jersey that he wears. He's been wearing it for like a year or so. And
you don't get a lot of that around here.
No.
Like, what do you support? The Hearts of Motherland.
Yeah, nobody knows them. That's a 2-team league, and right now those 2 teams are not on top.
Yeah.
We have Bilal El Khanous. Sorry, Leveling only scored 1 in this. It was El Khanous that scored the 2. He's one of the guys that we got in. Oh yeah, no, he's Algerian. Yes, he is. No.
No, I'm right. No.
You're right. I'm thinking about Buonani. You're right.
I only know that because I was watching. I remember him from the AFCON, and and I was supporting Egypt, and I was going to hit you up with a note saying like, "Hey, that's your boy."
Yeah, he's been doing well for us, but we only have him on loan from I believe Brighton. Is it Brighton? I'm not sure, but he's doing quite well for us this season. Yeah. Hopefully we can keep him, but. I don't know.
To me, that's always like a weird thing. Like you got to be careful there because if you get a player who's on loan and then they get hot and they're doing well for your team, then the team their actual club might pull them in. You know what I mean? So it's like you tell them like, hey,
settle down.
You settle down. Just one goal game, okay?
Yeah. So typically there's like a penalty for that though if they recall them early. So I think that's probably why they wouldn't want to do that.
I was gonna say there has to be some rule against that, yeah. That's not fair, you know. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So, this game, solid game. Glad we were able to win it. We can go into the game on Thursday at home, somewhat relaxed. I'm assuming that the manager Sebastian Hoeneß is going to go with a little bit of a different lineup, especially after this past weekend. How we just did not. We'll get into that later, but. I think we'll be able to play some different people in some, I don't want to say different positions, but some different players. Because, in the knockout stages, you can bring in new players that weren't on the original roster that was submitted in August or whatever.
Yeah.
So you might see some new players out there. But I'm just glad we got this result on the road. I was nervous. The whole game you could hear our supporters. Celtic, I didn't hear anything from any of their fans the entire game. And it was sold out. So,
yeah. Yeah, I've been reading a lot of footy books, and I've been reading a lot about the Celtic versus Rangers and their history and how intense this club can be, how intense they can be. Yeah, dude. I know we're going on a tangent here, but that's one of the greatest books. I know people were listening to this and they didn't see what you just held up, but you held up one of the greatest books of all time. This love is not for cowards.
Yep. Salvation in Soccer in Ciudad Juarez.
Yes, it's unbelievable. I hold on to it as long as you want. Read it. It's seriously. It's not just like one of my favorite soccer books. I think it's actually one of my favorite books of all time.
Really? It's that good?
Of all time. He goes into Juarez as an American journalist, and he gets like embedded into like the club, and he hangs out with the supporters, and but it's like the most dangerous
Yeah,
it's kind of like what you're reading now. What's happening in Mexico?
Oh, wow.
Like it was the cartel there own Juarez, at this time, and probably still today. And it's literally like somebody dying on the block that he lives in. Every single day. There's a shooting, like he went to the store and he gets home and then he wakes up the next morning and there was a shooting at that same store that killed like 16 people. Or, you know what I mean? Like something horrible. Okay. Yeah. And but it's all about the football. But what's beautiful about it is, all this danger. Like he's just continuously in danger, and so is everybody there. But they love this football, and everybody and all the supporters are just these. Wonderful, people who just want to live life and love, watch their team play, it's wonderful. So it's like this good, I don't know, mixed match of like just violence and terror, and then the beautiful game and how they work together. It's wonderful. And it's a fast read. You won't want to put it down. It just gets so good.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, and then there's a contrast between like it's just outside of El Paso. So
right
it's
on the other side of the border.
How different. Like he leaves at some point and comes into the United States and he gets bored because everything's just so stale and clean. There's no danger. You know what I mean? And his family's like, "Why are you going back?"
Yeah,
it's like I need it.
I need the danger.
It's like Jack on Lost. I need to go back to the islands.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyway, okay. I won't go on. But it's so good. It's giving me tingles right now talking about it. And I need to read it again. So I read it on the Kindle, but I'm like, I gotta own this book. I gotta be able to look at it and just go, that's such a good book. Such a good book. That's the only reason I'm buying it physically there.
So I might have to get the audio because I drive a lot. I might have to get the audio book.
It's so good
and check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You'll like it. It's really, really good. It makes me want to go there. Actually, I have my brother from a Mexican mother.
Not right now.
Well, it's funny. Like not a month ago, I hit up my brother, and I said, hey, I want to go to a TJ game. It's like really not that. It's like I don't know. 200 miles less. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's go to TJ game. What do you think? And he's like, let me ask a few people. I don't know. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah. Let's cross the border. Let's go.
And then I hit him up. Everything that's happening now. I'm like, maybe we should wait.
Probably.
Let's just wait a little bit.
Yeah. I know we're just going off on tangents right now, but it is crazy to see what's happening, and the World Cup is in like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. So I guess we'll see what happens.
And one of my favorite memes is like I think it's taken from like Succession, where it's like and the guy in the conference room looking very awkward. It's like the guy who. The guy who said that the games in Mexico should be in.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Whatever that part of Mexico is, So, it's absolutely bonkers.
It is crazy.
Why don't we take a break-a-roo, and then we'll come back and we'll talk English Premier footy and tingles of the week.
And the Bundesliga.
And the Bundesliga. All right. We'll talk about the Bundesliga.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back. You guys go drink some water.
Yes. And anything else you want, all right? Doesn't have to just be H2O. We are
welcome back.
Yes, welcome back.
Hope you guys drink water.
I can cut out my "we're back" and just do your "welcome back," which I think was better. Yeah, we're not gonna, we're not here to just talk about MLS and the insanity that happened in the Champions League, but there was some weird. I would say this weekend was sort of a weird English Premier weekend. But let's start with Arsenal. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. I was concerned for Arteta on that one. I thought perhaps there was going to be a new manager bump situation. He didn't know what to prepare for because, it wasn't Thomas Frank, but they they decimated Tot.
This game was weird too. Everything that I saw, I didn't watch this game like live, but there were some weird referee calls, which we'll get to because I got a list.
That's right, you got a list.
I got a list. I got to see who was the referee for this game because he probably will go on the list.
Yep.
But there was like a phantom foul, I guess, that happened in this game where I don't remember. God, I can't for the life of me. My memory is fading. It's terrible.
Can't be worse than mine.
I want to say it was like Gabrielle in the box, and then I think it was Colomawani. Yeah, Colomawani. There was a corner. Gabriel pretended like he got pushed, and it was the most over-exaggerated Matrix jump fall I've ever seen in my life. Colomawani scores what would have been the equalizer, and they took it off the board, and then after that, it was just downhill for Tottenham after that. I do remember that. Because I remember seeing that, and it was like live or whatever. It was like an interruption for something else. Yeah. And I was like, Tottenham is going to take points from Arsenal. And it just didn't. It wasn't in the cards.
No, it wasn't in the cards. I mean, I think Tottenham kind of played a little on the sloppy side. I don't think they have. I mean, they're in a relegation battle. I mean, like this is kind of crazy, and I don't know what's going to happen to this team, but they're not looking good, and I don't think. I wonder how it feels that if you're Thomas Frank and you get sacked, and obviously it wasn't working out, but then like the next game you're watching and they get destroyed. I wonder, does that make you feel better?
I would think that it would, to be honest, because then
it's like, see,
it wasn't me. Yeah, that's the players,
Yeah,
because whoever the new manager is going to be using their tactics, but it's the same players. That's the only constant that's in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably sitting at home eating his popcorn, like, "Yep, see, exactly."
Yeah.
He's probably I could have done that.
That's what that's exactly how I would respond to that whole thing. You don't if they would have killed Arsenal, then then you'd be like, yes, all right, maybe it wasn't the guy. Yeah. Well, because again, I went into this game thinking I think a lot of people did because earlier in the week, I think it was Wednesday, Arsenal played Wolves, who's the bottom of the barrel, definitely relegating this year. I think had maybe 1 game.
One game,
Yeah.
20 losses.
And they gave Arsenal a really hard time, and the game ended 2-2, against Wolves. And these are the guys who are supposed to win the whole thing, the whole cake, as the kids say. But he's, here we are at with the possible new manager bum. I expected actually a much tougher game, but Arsenal, took the cake. Eze, and then the guy whose name I can never remember how to pronounce because I know it is Gyökeres, right? Did I get it right this time?
So that's how I say it. Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you that one. Yes.
Because when I read it, I'm like Gyökeres, but it's Gyökeres, the guy who does the Bane magic.
Yep.
He scores a beauty. A couple of beauties actually. And he scored another one in the 90 plus 4 in extra time as they scored another goal. So it was looking good, and he's I think they brought him in to do exactly what he does in this game. And I don't think he lived up or has lived up the season to his potential, and maybe it's been a little disappointing for Arsenal, but maybe this is the floodgates for him because both of those goals looked like it was very easy for him. He knew exactly where to put the ball in the net. Like he knew it. It was very composed. You can tell this guy's got the stuff.
He's good.
Yeah,
he's good. Yeah. I think that with this game, I think Pep wasn't watching. I think with the Wolves game, Pep had some type of voodoo doll, and he was doing something, especially late on in that game. Maybe during this one, he was like, "Oh, I got to go eat dinner or whatever," so he didn't have the doll in his hand. But he was definitely watching that Wolves game.
Yeah.
Because they dropped points.
Yeah.
And now they're just getting closer and closer. But I will say, we can talk about referee decisions and, stuff that happened in the Arsenal-Tottenham game. Arsenal should be beating Tottenham. Tottenham has what?
Should be beating Wolves.
They have 29 points. Yeah, true. They have 29 points in 27 matches. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But they are still in the Champions League, and they're not playing this week because they got that first round bye or whatever you want to call it. So this is kind of like last season where they were doing really well in the Europa League and they were not doing great in the Premier League. There's a possibility. Just think about this.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to win the Champions League, which would be insane if they won the Champions League. But last year there was a possibility, that they could have gotten relegated, won the Europa League, so then they'd be playing in the Championship, but then playing in the Champions League. That would be crazy.
That'd be amazing.
That would be insane. But I think I don't want to say that I see them going down right now. I think it's a little too early. Plus, my predictions this year in the EPL have been terrible. I've not been doing well. But they're sitting in 16th right now. And aside from Wolves, those two other teams that are in the relegation zone, West Ham, and even Burnley only has 19 points. but anything's possible. Anything. There's still they play 38 games.
Yeah.
So there's 11 more games left. Whew. That's 33 points potentially for some teams. So anything can happen between now and then. Anything
can happen, and anything will happen, Rob.
Yeah, this is true.
This is very true.
Man.
Yeah, no, it's bonkers. So we'll see where it goes. But I think Arsenal, we always have these kind of like back and forwards about Arsenal, and I think in the last pod, we were saying that they're doing their choking thing, and then Wednesday happened, and then they tie with Wolves, and you're like, oh, they're absolutely doing it. And I think they were like only 3 points or so in front of. 2 points, I think, at that time in front of City, but now they're 5. I think this brought them to the 5 points up. But
yes, but City has a game in hand.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, Arsenal just cannot fail. They cannot lose points because I don't think at this point, from now until the end of the year or end of the season, City are going to drop points. I don't think it's in their nature. I think they struggled in the beginning, and now I think they've hit their stride. And Arsenal and Arteta need to look out. Maybe think, but also maybe not think about it too much because there's a mental game there, and that's the only reason you choke, because you don't want to fail, right? People are nervous to make a mistake on the pitch. That could, and there were a lot of mistakes, like in that game with Wolves. I think it was what's his face, Rice, who had a couple. I think in both instances where he lost the ball and ended up in a Wolves goal. So. Anything can happen. I think it's the nervy stuff that where mistakes happen. Yeah,
and you got to take it one game at a time. I know that's cliche, but that's the only way that they can be able to. You have to, because that's what Pep's doing. That's what City's doing. So I don't know.
Yeah, and I read somewhere too. It's like the difference now too is like Pep's got this. There's like this aura around him where it's like he's on his way out. And he's kind of done this. I've won a lot for the club. I personally, and maybe I'm not the only one in the world who thinks this. I think this is Pep's last season with City. I think he's skipping town. He's not scratching his face as much, where he's bleeding. He's scratching his bald head, and so not a lot of that happening. So I feel like obviously he wants to win the league. I think he went into, and we'll jump right into the Newcastle game now. I think he in the press conference before this game he talked about how he doesn't think a lot about about winning the league, about the title. Except that if you watch his reaction when they score and then they're winning this game, he's like flipping out.
I'm sure he's
So he cares. Nice try.
He definitely cares.
You know what it is? He's going to therapy. His therapist is like, chill out, dude. Relax.
Put the voodoo doll down. It'd be crazy because he has stayed at City longer than I think he stayed at any other club, Bayern, Barcelona. And I still think that he's waiting for the Spain job. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but he could take some time off and relax a little bit,
But
just watch some footy.
I still believe he wants to coach in Italy before he takes over the Spanish national team, because I think that's inevitable. He's going to be the national team coach at some point for Spain. So we'll see. Yeah. I think he cares about winning the league. Maybe he's saying that to get into Arteta's mind. And
so good, so good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it ends. But City did not disappoint. City 2, Newcastle 1. 2 beauties by O'Reilly.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Yes.
Auto Parts. We are not sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We are not.
It's funny when I go charge my car, I'm actually I stare at an O'Reilly's.
Oh, really?
that song's just in my head. And then what's his face Hall scores in the 22nd minute, so it's 2-1 at this point. Yeah, I mean, City's they're not losing games.
No,
they're not. And I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to. I don't.
Yeah,
I think those days are over.
I think it's crazy that in a game like this, I mean, Newcastle, they're having a decent season, but in a game like this, I was expecting Haaland to have at least one goal. I mean, he got an assist, but for O'Reilly to freaking come out of nowhere, he essentially carried the team, and that's just surprising.
I was watching that and going, "Who is this guy?"
Exactly.
he's not a 9-foot tall Norwegian,
right? Exactly. And then what's crazy to me, O'Reilly scores 2 goals. Did he start? Yeah, he did. And he played full 90 minutes.
Yep.
Phil Foden only played 3 minutes in this game.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Phil Foden played 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I guess Foden is not back, as we thought earlier on. Yeah. Haaland's
right
having a little bit of a dry spell right now. He's not getting – once again, he's one of those strikers who's it's ball in, and right place, right time. So if he's not getting that kind of service – he's not gonna get a goal or even touch the ball or hear his name in the game much. He's not one of those take the ball and run with the kind of players.
And surprisingly too, Semenyo, he didn't. Yeah, I mean he's a couple moments. 7.5. Yeah, he's been scoring like nonstop for City, but I guess this time all they needed was O'Reilly. Yeah. Parts. That's all they needed to win this game. So yeah. Haaland and Marmoush both got assists in this game. So I will want to talk real quick about Waltemata. The German.
Do it.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the German media that he is not happy playing at Newcastle. And
this is the tall, lengthy guy, right?
It's like 6'5". Yeah. So apparently, he's probably going to make the German national team. But I'm thinking in the summer he's going to come back to the Bundesliga. And it's been rumored there's only 2 places he's going to go. It's either going to be Bayern, which I would say there's a 90% chance he goes to Bayern, or comes back to Stuttgart. Oh. I don't see him coming back to Stuttgart because there's really no place for him on the team right now.
Yeah.
So I'm
would you 90% take him?
Sure. Would I take him?
Like if you had to replace somebody, when you say there's no room for him right now, so which means you'd have to take somebody's spot. Would you at this moment? Stuttgart's looking good. I mean,
I'm gonna say no.
I haven't watched. I'm just starting because of you, Rob, and from what I've seen, I'm like, this is a top table, team.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, don't need him.
He left. I mean, we sold him. We got a lot of money for him, but no, there's no place for him.
Yeah.
Between Demirovic and Undav, we can't get rid of either one of those guys. So sorry. One of them would have to go.
I would not get rid of Demirovic. That dude. Every time I watch a game, he's scoring like 1 or 2 goals, and he looks so good. Yeah. Sorry, not to get back into Stuttgart. We talk about that all. I'm sure you can do a whole pod on it. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Hey, pod special right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Coming up. And then we also have Liverpool, which was probably one of the weirdest games I've seen in quite some time. It was absolutely horrible. The first half was the most sloppy as a soup sandwich, to quote Ray Hudson, a game that I've seen in a really long time. It's just awful. Passes, just everything. Like passes were off. The ball, nobody can keep possession. Both sides were sloppy, but Liverpool specifically was just, it was horrendous, and I was not having a lot of fun and kind of bored.
Yeah. Oh man.
It was a little better in the second half. There must have been a good coach speech in there because there
chair throwing.
Arnie seems so composed, like on the pitch, but he's like inside the locker room, no cameras, and he's just throwing chairs.
Oh man,
that'd be amazing.
It'd be great. I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, and not to body shame anybody, but I have noticed that Arnie looks he's getting a little rounder. So I think the stress is starting to pile on. So.
No, you got to think we're still wintertime. That's not going to be gone until like May time.
Oh, okay. It's gonna settle later. It's gonna settle later. I only notice those things because I'm one of those guys. I'm a human accordion. So throughout the year, I'm in the shrinking stage, and then right when baseball season starts, April to until into the summer, I go back. So. So I look at these things and I go, oh yeah, he's on the opposite side of me right now. But I don't know if you were watching, Rob. Finally, McAllister has not scored, by the way,
all season.
He scored in non-league games, but in the EPL season, he has not scored yet.
Wow.
There was a deflection off of him in the box.
Oh, that's right. I did see that. That's right.
And it when you first watch it, I don't remember the defender who was trying to clear the ball, but it's one of those where like McAllister was there and he kind of like twists around so he doesn't get hit in the nuts or in the face, with the ball, and it hits him in the back, and it looks like it hits him in the back and goes right into the goal.
I saw that.
Enough where he does the whole celebration, and everyone's loving it, and then it goes into VAR, and they're looking at this for quite some time. And
what were they looking for?
So they're looking for a handball. So what happened was, after you watch it at different angles, you do eventually see that it looks like it hits his elbow. So he turns, and it looks like, so at first it looks like it hits like right in his back here, but it does hit his elbow. But it's weird because it's like, is that a handball? I mean, he's just turning around.
What can you do?
He's not going like this, he's not like extending his elbow out to like get it, pushed into the goal. Like he's just flipping around, and the ball just happens to hit his elbow instead of his back.
Yeah.
Is that a handball? I don't know. Man. So it's a no goal at that point. But not 7 minutes later, there he is again, McAllister with beauty, and does get his second goal in. But they pause and they think about it for a little bit. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
This must have been a German ref.
Why do you say that? Because there's a lot of instances like that in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, on my list.
Put this guy on the list. But they call that one a goal, and we do win 1-0. I thought, and again, when these teams met last time, Nottingham Forest had beaten Liverpool. I don't know. That was like part of our downfall there, where we were dropping points like crazy. So I thought we were gonna end up with a 0-0 game. I woke up for this one. I woke up at 5:50, and I was there for kickoff.
So it was worth it.
In the end, it was worth it. But it was like we got the 3 points. That's all that matters.
It is all that matters.
But wow, what a sloppy game. Don't go to the highlights. Look at the McAllister.
Just watch the goal.
That and it took a really long time for them to look at that handball. I was thinking it was the elbow of God. It was his Argentinian. Just let it go, man. That's a goal.
Yeah. Oh man. But it's those games, and if your team can win those games, that's what separates the good teams from the bad.
Exactly.
If it's a terrible, terrible game, but somehow you still manage to get the ball across the line, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how you do it. An ugly win in the end is still a win.
That's all that matters. And we're not going to remember this. We're not going to remember it as an ugly win. So Liverpool are sitting in the 6th spot, pretty much tied up with Chelsea with aggregate or with the goal differential. Manchester United in the 4th spot. Aston Villa, 3rd in the table.
Oh, yeah. They've been there for a while too. Oh yeah.
If they win this league, what's his face is going to be humping a trophy. We're going to see how that goes. I don't think they'll catch up to Arsenal. But
I don't know. They're 10 points behind them.
You never know. Yeah, I wouldn't expect. I did not expect this. If we all went through and said who were going to be the top 5.
No.
I didn't have Aston Villa in the 3rd spot at this point. City with 56 points and Arsenal with 61 points. So it's kind of it's an interesting battle here. I'm very excited to see how this all turns out.
Getting down to the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty. That's right. What the hell is going on in the Bundesliga, Rob? Rob.
Oh man. All right, first I'm going to hit these.
That's what I'm going to start calling you. Bundesliga Rob.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to run through these other scores real quick. St. Pauli 2, Werder Bremen 1. Werder Bremen, classic Bundesliga team, but they're on the verge of relegation. Bayern beat Frankfurt 3-2. Union Berlin surprisingly beat Bayer Leverkusen. I actually watched that game. You want to talk about a terrible game? That game was it was pretty bad. I watched that entire thing. I think that's the first time Union Berlin has beaten Leverkusen in a very long time. RB Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund played to a 2-2 draw. Kind of expected. They're pretty close to each other on not stats wise, but like squad wise. Normally, I would probably give the advantage to Dortmund, but this game was in Leipzig, so that was another solid game. I watched that too. It wasn't great, but there was goals. I'll say that.
I was looking up. I was paying attention, but I was looking up on that Bayern game whether there were some negative goals for Liverpool with Diaz scoring, but he did not score that game. No, two Kane goals.
Two Kane goals. Yeah. Killing me on Bundesliga fantasy. God. All right, but the match of the week for me as a Stuttgart supporter, we go to Heidenheim. Now, Heidenheim is not that far away from Stuttgart. I think if you live in that area, you're more than likely going to be a Stuttgart supporter or a Heidenheim. They're both Schwäbisch for the people that know Germany. That's like the group of people. My wife is Schwabian, so they speak like a different dialect.
Like Klopp, right? Isn't Klopp Schwabian?
Klopp,
right?
He is a Schwab. Yeah, absolutely.
They are not the Lederhosen folk, right?
No, that's the people in Bavaria.
Got it. Okay, but they're the super friendly, like Kloppish type people, right?
I would say the Schwabians are they're known for. Oh man, I can't get it out.
I was gonna say you got to be careful here. You got to be careful.
The Schwabians are known for being, I will say, fiscally responsible. Okay. So there's a lot of rich people in that part of Germany, but they don't like to spend money. And I think my wife will agree when she hears that. She'll be shaking her head.
Yeah. As long as the money goes to footy, you can spend it. Rob, if you're listening, Rob's wife, as long as he gets to spend all his money on football. My new motto is if I have any money at all, it's going to footy books and it's going to footy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's not bad. I was hoping we win this game. Heidenheim's in last place. Hopefully they get relegated. But every time we go to their place, there's always an issue. At the start of this game, while the players are warming up, I'm looking at the field, and it looked like a high school field. Like, it's brown in front of the goals.
You think that's on purpose? Is that deliberate?
I don't know if it's on purpose or if they're just a poor club. I think they're expecting they spent a lot of money on infrastructure, but not a lot of money on talent. So I think they're expecting to go down. But I thought that we had a solid chance of winning this game. There was 2 goals.
You drew first blood. Yeah,
we did. Chris Furich. I think Heidenheim made a mistake. He just. I don't know. He was in the final third by himself. I don't know if there was a missed pass. Chris Furich, he just puts the ball away. No issues. I'm like, we're going to score like 5 in this easily. And I'm going to say that we did score 5, but I'll get to that later. That in my list.
He's got a list.
Yeah. So this is where it got weird. They equalize. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, whatever. They're playing at home. We had a weird play where we're attacking. We're in their box. I want to say it was Maxi Mittelstadt, kicks the ball. To me, it looked like a clear handball. Ref doesn't call it. We go all the way down to the other end. There's some clattering that happens in the box.
Yeah.
Ref doesn't call it. We take the ball back down to our end. Demirovic puts the ball away. Everybody's happy and excited. And all of a sudden, the referee's like, oh, no, VAR. So they take the... So we would have been up 2-1.
Is that still in the first half?
This is still first half.
Yeah. Right at the end, yeah.
We would have been up 2-1. But instead, they're like, no, there's a foul in the box on the other end.
Now, that's right.
Yes. And I'm like, what? So what about the handball that happened before that? And I'm screaming. I'm so mad. Whatever. They convert this stupid.
No, that is like the weirdest thing that's part of the weird weekend is like I've never seen an entire like play score a goal. And then they go way back and go goal, back
no goal.
Let's go back 15 minutes. And
the guy that scored the penalty, his last name is Ibrahimovic, but he is not related to Zlatan.
I was looking for a giant ponytailed older gentleman running on the pitch, but it was not him.
Yeah, it was not him. No relation. Fast forward, we get a penalty to end the first half. Whatever. I mean, I would say that it was a penalty, but with this ref, who knows? I don't know. I was still pretty pissed and fuming. I tried looking for a voodoo doll. I couldn't find it. Probably gave it to Pep. Whatever.
Give it to Pep.
Yeah. So in the end, it was 2-2 for a while. Demirovic scores a header, And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, he was definitely onside. He's definitely onside. And then somehow they replay it and show the line, and they say that he's offside. I'm going to send you this picture if I haven't already, because I've been sending this to everybody.
Yeah.
I probably even sent this to my mom. But there's
he wasn't offside.
And you can't, no part of your body that can't score can't be offside. So if my arm is offside, it doesn't matter. And there's a guy all the way on the left-hand side, and he's not even facing the goal. This is on a free kick. His heel is putting Demirovic onside, but the ref didn't see it. In all the German press, except for like the Heidenheim press, everybody's like, "Oh, that was onside." So that's the next goal that they took away from us. That's why I'm saying we scored 5. In the end, Dennis Undav got his, I think it's his 102nd game for us and 49th goal for Stuttgart. And then Conti scored shortly before him to make it 3-3 in the end, the final. I don't care. I saw this game as a loss. We got a point out of it. Heidenheim was all excited. Our coach was pissed. He never really says anything about the referees.
I saw that. He
got a yellow, and he went into the interview afterwards and was like, I've never seen anything like this. He was just complaining. Sebastian Hoeneß never does that. He never says anything about the referees.
Yeah.
It was a travesty. And this referee, I can't even think of his name right now. I think it's Sasha Stegman. He's on the list. He's on the list. I'm going to put that list up on our Instagram so you guys can see the list. I only got the German judge or German refs in there right now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start keeping a list, like a permanent list. And you're going to see, especially during the World Cup, I'm sure that list
just call it like a shit list, and don't call it like a hit list or something. You don't want to get flagged. Don't get the podcast flagged for
No. I'll just call it the list. So you guys, the listeners, know what I'm talking about. It's the list. You don't want to be on that list at all. But going into this game, win, lose, or draw, we were going to stay in 4th place, so it didn't really change anything. But it was still upsetting that we dropped points to Heidenheim, who we seem to always drop points to, and I'm upset about it.
Yeah, it's always scrappy. It's always the scrappy teams that get you.
And they got 14 points in 23 games. I'm excited to see Heidenheim get relegated.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. But we're sitting in 4th. With 43 points. Hoffenheim is 46 points. Dortmund's in 2nd with 52. And then Bayern, they're still sitting on top with 60. We got 11 games left in the season. So, we'll see what happens.
So, I mean, you're in the 4th spot, right? But not too...
Spot. Yeah, that's Champions League.
That's Champions League. I mean, that's better than what my team's doing.
I still think you guys.
I always make it about me. Sorry, I always make it about me. No. I think you got a better chance. I mean, like, you're not too far back from on the 4th spot. I mean, I think, like you said, you got 17 games or so. Anything can happen, and you could take.
No, we got 11. We got 11 games.
You could take the league. You could take the league, Rob. This could be your year.
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to be a positive guy.
Not this year.
I am.
All right.
Tingles of the week.
What you got for tingles?
Oh man,
what you got?
Not an incredible amount. Obviously, the Benfica Real second leg. I want to, after all the drama. I'd like to see what's going on with that. Unfortunately, I'm going to be presenting in a meeting, so I'm not even be able to watch it. I can't watch it live because it's on Paramount Plus. So it's fine if you hit me up and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe what I saw." So I'll have to just get the highlights later. So, but it is still during my meeting. I'm gonna have the tingles thinking about that one. I might be able to, but it might be some setup during the time. I might be able to catch some of the first half, but definitely not on the second half there. And then I'm looking at obviously, being a Liverpool fan, West Ham, Liverpool. I'd like to see that's on Saturday. Not too late, 7 a.m. game. That's really not that bad for me. I'd like to see Man U and see how they do against Crystal Palace. But really, I would say the game of the week is Arsenal versus Chelsea. 8:30 a.m. on Sunday, the 1st of March. That'll be an interesting match and see how that goes. And don't forget, MLS is back, baby. 5:30 p.m. Houston Dynamo versus Los Angeles Football Club. Oh, I keep forgetting to tell you that I've only heard it with Stuttgart. that there's a song that they sing that LAFC also saying it's like the whoa whoa whoa
oh yeah
whoa,
yeah
whoa, whoa,
yeah.
whoa, and then our side it goes LA Football Club.
Okay.
It's Stuttgart's the only it's the only place that I've heard that also does that song so far. I just noticed that. I'm like, hey, that's
that's Forza VfB. Yeah.
So somebody in LAFC corporate when they when they they're looking at songs, they took a trip to Stuttgart and watched a game there. So I keep forgetting to bring that up. I noticed that in the Stuttgart game, and I was like, hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But those are my tingles. How about those are my tingles? How about Rob?
All right. So my tingles. So this weekend in our little competition, I'm going to take a 2-goal advantage this weekend. Saturday evening, I will be at the Greuther Fürth. Try to say that 3 times fast.
Nope.
Versus Schalke 04. I'll be in the supporter section for that game, the Fürth supporters for that game. I'm pretty excited about it. Then the following day, not in the supporter section for this one though, I'll be at the Stuttgart versus Wolfsburg game with my daughter's boyfriend. Awesome. So 2 games within 24 hours. That's huge for me.
You're gonna be tired Monday.
Oh yeah. Those are my top 2 tingles for the week, obviously. But then I'm also looking forward to this Leeds Man City, because if Man City wins that game, at least on Saturday, they'll be within 2 points of Arsenal, which is pretty wild. Going into Arsenal's game.
Breathing down Arteta's neck.
Oh, yeah.
That's happening.
Then, for MLS, you got the Philadelphia Union hosting my NYCFC. Oh, yeah. So I'm going all in on MLS this year. Yeah. I am going to watch MLS this year.
Yeah.
And then for my last tingle, we got a derby match this weekend, the Seville Derby, or Sevilla. We got Real Betis hosting Sevilla. This is the 136th meeting between these 2 teams. So if you just want to watch a random game that you are neutral in, that's the game to watch. It's
going to be a good
Big
one.
implications for the city. So yeah, those are my 5 tingles for the week.
Yeah. Speaking of New York, I actually want to, because I think they play their games at the Yankee Stadium. Yeah, so I'm curious to see how the seating goes. I am going to be in New York in March, and I was thinking like I think I already looked it up, and I don't think the dates line up. So, but I did want to go see. That's one of the things I want to do too. Is I want to see more clubs. So. You're gonna be up 3-1 by the end of this. By the next pod, you're gonna be up 3-1, and you're gonna stay that way for a little bit, because I have to eat the cost on a. I was gonna go to the opening game of USL's Orange County Soccer Club, but my son's gonna be. I didn't realize my son's gonna be coming in for spring break that weekend, so I had to eat the cost, and I went to go sell the tickets, and it says the club doesn't allow resale. I'm like
oh man,
so I'll have to eat the cost on that one. It's fine.
So I'm actually trying to talk my wife into going to the German women's national team. I forget who they're hosting, but that game's 35 minutes away from us.
Oh yeah.
Trying to talk my wife into going to that one. So if you're listening, we should go to that game.
Do it. That sounds amazing.
I've never been to a women's game, not professional.
Yeah. Same here as well. I'm going to be going definitely 100% to the Angel City game against Orlando Pride. I think it's July 3rd. It's drilled in my brain because my girl Marta will be playing. She's probably hands down the best player, men's, women. Period in the world. So I want to be there and see her live before. I don't know how much time she has left in the professional world. But she won last year. They won the league. Last year. And partly because of her, I'd like to see that game. So absolutely.
That's great. Yeah.
Well, good for you. It's a little bit of a Schadenfreude, whatever the hell the expression is over here, but I'm also at the same point, I'm like, that's freaking awesome. That's really cool. So I hate you and love you at the same time, Rob. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, it's all about the love of the game. It's all about the love. So.
It's true. Yep. It's true. All right, I think what is this, episode 14, right? In the bag? You feel
14.
it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I'm feeling it.
Yep. So, oh man! All right. Well, hopefully there'll be another crazy week and weekend of footy for our next episode, right?
Hopefully it's not crazy because of the refs, though. So, yeah.
No more lists.
All right. Well, yeah, no, that list is getting bigger. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Hope your teams win, unless they're playing ours.
Woo!